Hello, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay. Today, I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, joined today by Dan Tack. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, what's up, Alex? How you doing? What are we looking at here?
We are looking at Chivalry 2, the
Oh, yeah.
follow-up to Chivalry 1. For those who don't know, this is a 64-person multiplayer game. If you aren't familiar with Chivalry, you lay siege to castles as a myriad of, foot soldiers and archers and, all the cool medieval, archetypes. But Dan, what's your history with the series, and how are you looking forward to Chivalry 2?
Medieval loadouts. Wow, what a world.
Medieval loadouts.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of history with this series. I know it's a beloved franchise for those who are into it, but I'll tell you, I never really got it until now. I've played in the closed alpha here recently, and I guess I think I get the attraction now. This is I don't know, and this may be a very competitive game. But that's not how I played it. But it really is the definition, in my opinion, of what we would call dumb fun.
Yeah.
I just got in there with a giant axe, chop 3 people in half with a single swipe, or like one of my favorite classes can throw. Well, I mean, everybody can throw, right? But like this class can starts with an extra main weapon, so it can throw, an extra weapon. It's got an extra axe for healing. So you just charge into battle, you throw your weapon, and then you just get in there and start tearing people apart, blocking and cutting and smashing.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
You're gonna die eventually.
Oh, yeah.
That's inevitability, but
you
really
get into these
how much damage you can do, and it's ridiculously gory. I mean, look at this. Look at this bell. Oh my god. That kind of thing right there. That is the kind of moment-to-moment action that really drives this game. It's not. It's not a precision game, because you're gonna get. It's really great when you're in like a 4v1 and you end up winning, and that will happen. But normally you're just gonna, in that kind of scenario, you are gonna go down, and that's gonna you're gonna be dead a lot. You're gonna be killing people a lot. There's it gives this sense of grand battlefield, just tons of people hacking and chopping and blocking and throwing bells at each other. It's chaos.
Absolutely. And like you said, it's absurd, but I've been a longtime fan of the series, and other games, similar games like Mordhau, which came out a couple of years ago. I like these giant, playgrounds is what they are. They're very bloody, like you said, but it is fulfilling, a certain, or realizing rather a certain fantasy, right? Of oh man, I can be, this archer guy, and you can, deck your character out how you wanna be, effective. So it's a really cool game for that. There are objectives typically in Chivalry games, storm this castle, take this point, that'll unlock the next area for you to pursue. Protect this person. There are modes that kind of add some structure, but for the most part, what you're looking at on screen right now is this is the game. You are running around with a dagger and a chicken and just screaming while you and your friends lay siege to these giant.
There's a lot of screaming, and there's team deathmatch mode too. But most of the stuff I played in the alpha was objective based. But even though it's objective based, it really just amounts to getting in there and killing everybody.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's no oh, we need to get on the point. It's just we're gonna take the gate because we wiped the other team several times.
Pretty much, yeah. And so you can see the characters right now, they're pushing forward this catapult to kind of get into the next area of the castle and kind of storm the ramparts. But as you've seen in this gameplay, their Chivalry is known for the many different weapons that you can use. We started this footage started off using the poleaxe. Then we've seen some bow and arrow footage. We saw some warhammer and shield. Now we're just running around with our fists. There's a lot of different ways that you can play, and your weapon that you pick kind of dictates what role you're going to play, right?
And there's progression to your loadouts, right? You'll unlock new options. It's not it's not a binary system where the warhammer is better than the sword and the sword is better than this thing. You have you get more choices as you play, which is always interesting.
Yeah, and so now
we've sort of if you've never played a game like this, it's like Call of Duty with medieval weapons, right?
Pretty much, yeah. That's the premise.
That's what it is.
And it's a lot of fun. It's dumb fun, like Dan said, but it's it's really when it clicks, it's just this is one of those games that I love to like boot up at like 10 p.m. on like a Saturday night and like get a few buddies on, and none of us know what we're doing because it's just chaos, but it's fun regardless.
I wasn't knocking it with the dumb fun thing. Like I definitely I played a lot of this in alpha than I expected to. Like you get really into it. It's like you know that you're not gonna be like, you know, the god of the battlefield or anything. You know, you're not going pro MLG or anything, but you do have a lot of fun playing. To me, that's really important, obviously. You know.
And there are these small moments like this, like that we're watching right now, where like you do get into these lengthy one-on-one duels. You know, if you can parry.
Well, yeah, you noticed that one-on-one wasn't won by a one. There's always other people involved, and I guess, you know, managing the crowd is an element. And
yeah.
Wow, that was a very bold archer play to walk right up to that.
Right?
You know, the archers are squishy, very squishy.
Yeah, I prefer to be heavily armored, and I like using a poleaxe. That's my weapon of choice, because you have some length to play with, right? Like you can kind of poke at people, and
sure.
It's a little harder for them to hit you. But you also can just like get beheaded by a dude with a short sword, like which just happened because you're a slower character, right? Like your swings take some time to hit. But it's all about kind of finding your play style, right, and finding the weapons that you enjoy playing as.
I played with a bunch of stuff before I got, you know, I'm one of the big heavy classes that likes to throw things. I love that first throw, just having that potential one-shot kill as I rush into the melee. The potential. Well, it doesn't always hit, obviously, but when it lands, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it feels very good.
Just nailing some dude with a Dane axe, you know, square in the face as you're screaming. You know, this is like it's very intense. Surprisingly, because as I said, I don't feel like there's a huge, you know, it may be a very competitive game, and I just don't know that yet. Sure. But I don't feel like that's the case. But I still get like really jazzed while playing. You know.
Yeah,
I get absolutely, man. I start screaming, yelling, breaking things.
Really as you should. There is a dedicated scream button if you're playing on PC, so you should definitely be screaming. But Dan, thank you for joining me for this episode of New Gameplay today. This game is out June 8th, right?
Yeah, with some various different forms of early access that you can check out.
Awesome. And then PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, right?
That's right.
Awesome. Well, Dan, thank you for joining me, and everybody, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, and head over to GameInformer.com for more.